G'day, I'm Blxz and welcome back to Gnomoria. So we have ourselves a couple new nomads. We've got only 4 of them, which unfortunately only really offsets the loss we've had +1, which is a bit unfortunate, but I haven't done a huge amount to pimp up the Great Hall just yet, so that's to be expected really. Let's have a quick look at what we've got here. We have Hess, who is decent at mining and average across the board. We've got, I'd like to find a weaver or a tailor here as well. This person is average across the board, although can do some cooking. This person can do, oh, there we go, weaving and tailoring. So we have ourselves a new weaver. That's going to be Gnomoria. And what can Sure do? He is a good woodcutter and a few other skills in there. So we've got ourselves a tailor. Now tailors are going to haul and build, again, they've got nothing else. They're going to doctor, I suppose. Don't know what doctors actually do. I think most gnomes look after themselves, but okay, we'll figure that out. And they're going to do cloth. So that you're going to do as much cloth as you can, and workshops are going to be your speciality. When you've done that, you can haul and do whatever else afterwards. So we've got here, Gnomoria is going to be our tailor. Oh, it's going to be good. A proper tailor. And the rest of you can be provisioner, and I'll make you a pioneer. So you can do a little bit of cutting and whatnot. So Gnomoria, which is a horrible name, is going to be, so I don't want people to stop tailoring just because someone else is there, but what I'm going to do, I can't prevent, there's no specific skill for this tailoring, but what I can do is add in, assign this workshop so only where Gnomoria can use it, and it's going to be our high priority. So everyone else can contribute and make bolts of cloth, although Gnomoria can do that as well, but this person will focus. I'm going to change that name, it's a horrific name. Gnomoria, where are you now? Tailor. Gnomoria, you're going to be Tailor. That's a better name. Tailor the Tailor. I'm original. Very original. So Tailor the Tailor is going to work in here pretty much preferentially until they run out of materials, in which case they will duck over here, but other people can jump in and help out. I have also played around with our military a little bit, and I've set this one squad to train in the morning. So they're still going to be doing work, but they're made up of all just generic pioneers and provisioners, with our one little captain here who can start to build up their skill with the sword. So 16, I think it was 15 originally. So they're going to build up their armor skill. I'm going to need a shield as well, aren't I? And they're going to build up their sword skill. So let's build a shield. I've also started bed production. Where are the shields? There we go. Wooden shield requires nothing much. There we go. Get one of those smashed out, and then they should be able to grab that and equip that, and they'll be able to begin training with that. Now shield works a bit like a weapon. In that they can attack and do damage with it, but it's a weapon that can block, and it should hopefully save their life. So they have a full squad of 5 to aid them, and I've removed our cook and our miners and sort of our more, I guess, valuable people from the squads, although I would like to, so this one here, so the Battled Hooves is currently vacant, there is no one in there, but the Mellow Ruins I would like to fill up with our new provisioners, so they also have a full squad. I don't want to set them to train because I really do need the manpower, unfortunately, but by having a full squad I'll be able to call out 2 squads now to fight if anyone attacks us. And you can see over here I am beginning to, how many have I got? Oh, all the basalt chairs are ready as well. I'm beginning to get the Great Hall looking a little bit nicer. Still not perfect, not by a long shot. But if I can get chair, I want them to be basalt chairs. If I can get this all set up, unfortunately it was a little bit too late for this season's nomads, and I don't believe I'll get any in winter. So that's something to think about. We've got a half year now, all of autumn and all of winter, before we're going to get more nomads. I may be proven wrong, we may get some in the winter, but I don't recall whether that's the case or not. Okay, we'll get that set up there and I can begin to really get this place looking good. And we're getting a couple of bed frames done. And where is our tailor? Building a chair? Why are you building a chair? I'm almost certain that I set workshop as a high priority. So why can't they get onto this? Assigned to tailor. There are mattresses that need to be done. I need bolts of cloth perhaps. I've got enough bolts of cloth, so why is our tailor not doing anything? Got another yak as well. Let's have a look. Hope it's a female. An easier way to tell. You can tell through the butcher. Oh, okay. We can't tell through the butcher because it hasn't been pastured yet. Male, and if this one is a female, I'll be happy. Yes, okay, we've got 2 females. So this lone male here, can start getting busy. And we can now produce 2 at a time. So by winter, we should then have 5 yaks. Okay, looks like it's getting onto it now. So it's using the straw, which means I'm going to have to start... Oh, I have unpaused that, that's good. I would also like to unsuspend this cotton farm and the strawberry farm, because none of these plants are going to grow in the winter. So this is going to be our only chance to really get a good stockpile of food to tide us over. And I'd hate to have to start cutting through our limited supply of livestock just because we've run out of food. So things are starting to look a little bit better. We are getting there gradually. Looks like this has all been planted up. I'll start my timer. I forgot to do that again. And give it another 15 minutes or so. Okay. So what we can start doing now, I'm actually going to move... To begin with, I'm going to stick the dormitory up here in the larger room. That's odd. It's freezing a little bit. I'm going to stick the dormitory up there, and I am going to get rid of this here. And deconstruct all these beds. Now that will give me enough space to really start clearing out this centre bit here. And have I got any actual real beds done? I've got... Where have we got? Bed frames. I've got 2 beds. Okay, let's start by putting the beds down up here. So get those all set up there. And then once we've got that filled up, we can start to spread out and actually create the proper rooms out there. Things are looking good. Things are slowly taking shape. I would like to... That's suspended, isn't it? So what I can do is remove the farm designation and harvest all that cotton out. And that grass will grow back shortly. Yeah, all up things are looking good. I actually like this one to be a slightly higher priority than the cotton right now, because we need to get the food ticking over. I'd like a stock of probably 200, although a little bit more would be nice to have in advance. I'm not actually sure how much gnomes eat. I think they eat about roughly 1 food per day. So if I've got 12 days and 15 gnomes, that would be around about 200, give or take. I could probably figure it out, but I'm not going to bother. So let's just have, say 300 food. If I can get to 300 solid food by the end of this month, I will be pleased. It probably means I'm actually going to have to start getting a good solid harvest going down here as well on these trees, because they will retain their fruit into the winter, but they won't grow more fruit. So I can start harvesting this. They'll have regrown it by the time they eventually get there. It's been unsuspended. That's also been unsuspended. Good. So when they eventually get around to it, they will get onto it. There's another mattress done. And we can get that bed built. Okay. Yeah, it's looking good. Looking good. So we've got a fair few blocks as well. I don't know how I want to do this. I'm going to have to make another little temporary stockpile down here for tools and weapons and everything. What are we going to put here? Tools and armaments. Yeah, let's remove that designation. I'd also like to get... not sure how big this castle is going to be. I'd like it to be pretty solid. But I'd also like to have a number of floors. And there's no point... Oh, having a bit of a lag issue at the moment. There's no point having a whole lot of floors if there's nothing to put in there. So I don't want to make it too big because I don't want to use up all my farmland either. So how about... this is going to be our food stockpile. How about we relocate this food stockpile and then leave this stuff there. Oops. So what I could do, I know it's a weird way of doing it, but I think I can do this. So what I'm doing is actually extending the stockpile here. Now I wonder, can I remove... No, I can't remove it. I was hoping I could just remove the leftover bit, but unfortunately I'm going to have to remove the entire lot. So what is in this stockpile? It's currently just culinary ingredients. I'm going to do culinary ingredients, finished goods as well. So let's remove the whole designation. They should have hopefully been deconstructed. If not, I'll reconstruct them shortly. And we're going to do here culinary ingredients and finished food is all going to go there. Oops. And let's build our storage crates. I've got 10 of them, brilliant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. There we go. When they all get that done, we'll be in a very good position. Next up is to move all this stuff here, and I can move it back here quite easily, that's not the issue. The only thing is that I've got decent builder queues up, so I'd like to wait until I get my remaining beds sorted. Well, these are just building basalt blocks, so how about we deconstruct those to begin with. And let's designate a new stockpile for stone over... Let's just put it over here for now. It's going to be mineral, stone, raw stone of any sort. And then here we're going to go to... nope, I'm going to leave that actually. I was going to put this stuff over there, but we'll leave it there because it's close enough to where we're building and there's no point moving it. So we've got the raw stone. Let's put that as a higher priority for the time being. And then we will remove this designation. Now hopefully a whole bunch of golems don't just spawn out of nowhere. I would like them to really get this moved. There, hopefully they don't chase the bear, that's good. Okay, that's all moved and no golems spawned. I consider that a win for freedom. Now, let's get our stone cutters again. I have more than enough. I would like the chairs though. Oh, they're all going to be pine anyway, so that's fine. Let's build 2 of these right here. Now that is just a sawmill. So what we're going to do is deconstruct the sawmill and begin moving that over as well. 2 more beds. There we go. 1 more bed after this. And that's it there. Legendary strawberry wine. I would like to see if I can find that legendary... The smile of the sloths. That's that's the name of the wine. That's gotta love the names in here. Her brewing is only 19, and yet she has created a legendary bottle of wine that has its own artifact name. That's brilliant. That's good to know. Someone's gonna drink that and get absolutely sloshed on it. I'm gonna love every second. There is our... Still sleeping on the ground, on the chair. How is their skill going? Their sword's up to 20 and their shield is going up well, that's good. And their armor's growing gradually, but I'm going to need more armor before they're really going to be particularly good. Okay, let's begin. Okay, not that one. Let's deconstruct that one and that one, and that one, and that one. And let's start building our beds over in these rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's a bit of lag. There we go, 7. Okay, we'll deconstruct. May as well do them all now. Oh, actually that's dangerous. I don't want them to deconstruct the floor. Have to be careful with that. And move designation. And put the final bed in this corner. There we go. We'll have 8 bedrooms all done up and set. Probably should have left 1 dormitory there, but it doesn't really matter. I can move this stuff and start building more beds and do some higher levels later once we get this all sorted. While we're at it, let's start designating these as personal quarters. So people now will actually begin to claim them. I might actually assign them. Some of my more important people are going to have personal quarters. So for example, I'm going to have Tixeni, my warrior, is going to have that room. Let's give our tailor that room. And who have we got here? That's all for now. The rest can claim them as they need it. I was going to go through and give it to our miners and whatnot, but I'm not hugely bothered with them. It's really to get our tailor so that they can keep making beds for a lot longer. And then our others can take them because they all need to do work. Designate personal quarters. Well, I might call this episode here. There's not a whole lot going on at the moment. I'm going to continue clearing these away, and then I will come back once I have the foundation for this castle area planned out to the centre here. So I'll see you then. I've been Blxz. This has been Gnomoria. Take care. G'day, and I've cut back here briefly because I can hear combat music going on. So I have a suspicion that there are some goblins somewhere on the map. I just can't see them yet. Let's have a look in. What is that? I have no idea what that is. That looks like a construction of some sort. But I don't know what it is. I wonder if they're tunneling in or not. So I wonder if I should be able to see them or not. Yes. Okay. So yes, I can see them. And they're getting ripped apart by a honey badger here. Now the honey badger itself is got a sore mouth. It's been punched in the mouth. But it has killed one goblin so far. And there are still 2 more goblins here. But they're reasonably weak, I think. So what I'm going to do is actually turn on this butcher again. I'm going to automatically butcher corpses and we're going to unsuspend it. May as well queue that up anyway while we're here. Now this one, they shouldn't break through, and if they do, what I'm going to do is actually just keep watching them for the time being. Here we go, save in the middle. I want to have a short clip and something's getting in the way, it's alright. So I want this to be, I'm going to keep an eye on this. I don't want to send my people out just now in case that honey badger wins. It'll probably mean it's a very dangerous foe. It's killing off all goblins. But if it wins, I'll be able to harvest 4 corpses. Yeah, it looks like it's actually in a... This is a very dangerous honey badger. It can dodge like anything and it can just fight very well. But if it wins, then I'm not going to need to bother about actually fighting anything. So it's bleeding, so they are dying. They're bleeding, they're being ripped apart. Absolutely ripped apart by this honey badger. They're only doing blunt damage to it. Whereas its teeth are doing sharp damage, and there's another goblin down. And yeah, it looks like that third one's going to die as well. In which case that honey badger has just taken off an entire invasion without dying. Whereas I can throw all my gnomes at it and can't even stop it. Yeah, look at that. It's killed all 3. That's brilliant. How injured is that honey badger? You can see why now I'm actually avoiding fighting these things. Injured mouth and a seriously injured right eye. But other than that, it's just killed 3 goblins in 3-on-1 combat. So hopefully, now there's... Why do I keep running away? There's no honey badger down here. There we go. So you guys, I had put this little guard post there to bring them back. But you guys can go back to what you normally do now. Anyway, I've been Blxz. Take care, and I will see you next time.